Stormy Strike here, and welcome to part 3 of the Judy Esteb collection unboxing video series. You can watch this video by itself, by the way. You don't have to watch the previous parts to watch this video. But if you'd like to watch those previous parts and the video that explains the story of how I got this collection, I will have those videos linked in the video description down below. Today we're unboxing 3 kind of medium-sized boxes, and I took a peek inside these and it looks like there's going to be a lot of fun goodies in these ones. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright, here we go, starting off with the white box. Right away, we got some fun things going on here. Right on top, there is a Breyer Paddock Pal, still new in the package. This is, whichever one this is, does it say? This is American Saddlebred Pinto. There we go, a lovely little Pinto Saddlebred. It's really cool too. It also says it originally came from Kmart because it's got a Kmart price tag on it. So that's pretty cool. You don't see Paddock Pals in the packages too often, I feel like. I also think we do have a lot of bodies possibly in this box, because I see right here there is a craft horse. These are one of the different craft horses where you can put the mohair on their manes and tails. I actually do have a couple of these guys floating around somewhere in my body box, and I think they're really cool and make really nice customs. Go ahead and grab this box. This is the retro horse ornament. We'll go ahead and take it out. There you can see this little ornament. And what's neat is it's really a homage to Breyers history, because the little Western horse that had the different riders and stuff on it is definitely a big part of Breyers' older model horse history and such. Little ornament. Alright, and I can't resist, I gotta show you guys this adorable foal. This is Frolic, the springtime foal. And as you can see, it's actually still new in box, although the box is kind of yellowed on the plastic. That tends to happen a lot with plastic, it just yellows a lot of times when it ages. I've actually kind of been wanting this model. As I've gotten more and more into decorators, I just thought this little girl is just so adorable. She's got a beautiful purple coat, but then look at all those beautiful little butterflies all over her. So cute. Here you can see on the back, it says Frolic the Springtime Foal. There's a cute little description from her. From a field of dreams comes Frolic. So adorable. This model's also just so cute to display with other springtime and Easter decorations, I think. As I said, there are some bodies in here. I see another one of these paint kit models, the ones that you can put the mohair and stuff on. So there he is. He's actually even still got his bubble wrap on his face and stuff. I actually painted one of these guys not too long ago. I do have a video talking all about that model and how I made him. So I'll link that video in the cards if you want to see that. But I personally do really like this mold. I think it is a lot of fun to customize. Speaking of completed customs, this little horse is actually one that was already done. Hopefully there's not too much bubble wrap sticking to it. It unfortunately did get a little damaged already from being stored in the collection. But it is this very cute little metallic foal here. That's this very cute little decorator foal, and it is very metallic, as you can maybe see it shining in the light there. It's kind of a combination of blues and purples, and it also has kind of like black tiger stripes on it. It is a little dusty, by the way. I'll have to try and see if I can clean it up a little. But I think it is very adorable. I just love decorators, as I've said before. And this one's just a lot of fun. Now, this does seem to say Nan 1066. So I'm not sure if that is the artist who painted it, or if it is in reference to it being shown at Nan, possibly. I'm not entirely sure. Most likely that is probably the artist's signature. There is that little cute, adorable foal. And I love that you guys can see just how pretty and metallic it is in this light. Alright, I'm just going to pull these guys out since they're hanging out here. These are 2 from the Breyer... Oh my gosh, I can't remember their names. They got a lot of hair going on though. These are definitely bodies, and that's okay though, because I really want to use these guys for bodies. I have one of these models already that I have some fun plans for customizing, and I think these 2 are also going to go along with those kind of same plans. Not going to reveal what those plans are yet, but I'm super excited about them, and I will do a whole video talking about how I customize these models into something very cool. I see here are some of the supplies from the different mohair kits. There are some paintbrushes, which you can honestly never have enough paintbrushes, and some black mohair. And again, here's more of the different paint kit mohairs and paintbrushes and such. So that is just what all is in there. And there's even some glue, which is probably very dried out. There we go. More mohair, this time black and white. And yet again, we have more of these model course kit blank models. This is the same one that I showed earlier. I really don't mind having a bunch of these though, because I do really like these particular classic molds a lot actually. I think they're so cute. And it's always nice having a solid blank canvas to work with that you don't really have to do a whole lot of prepping with and stuff before you start on it. There's actually some more Paddock Pals here, so let's take a look at those. Here is another one of the American Saddlebred, again, new in package. So cool. And then also here is the Clydesdale. Actually, this is called the Spotted Drafter Black Pinto, according to the back of the box. He is so pretty. What a beautiful Paddock Pal model. I do love the Paddock Pals quite a bit, and I kind of wish Breyer would actually bring them back. And while these older molds might not be popular with a lot of newer and younger collectors, I think Breyer could make some very cool mini versions of traditional scale models or even classic scale models in the Little Bits or Paddock Pals scale, and I think that'd be super fun. As you can possibly maybe already see, there's yet more blank models. These ones are the Paddock Pal scale paint kit ones. So cute. I just love these guys. These are super fun, and I think a really nice scale to practice customizing on because they're fairly small, but they're also not so small that it's like really hard to work on details and such. And there's another blank model here, but this one is not a Breyer. This is actually one of the Trail of the Painted Ponies Paint Your Own Pony models, which actually showed a new in-box one in part 2 of this collection unboxing series. So here we have just a blank painted pony to be worked on. These guys are pretty heavy. They are made of possibly resin, but I think they are pretty cool, and I can't wait to try my hand at painting one of these guys. Alright, now I'm actually not sure what is right here, so let's go ahead and open that up. Oh, this is heavy. Oh, I do know what this is actually. Now that I picked it up with my hands, I gotta be careful with it because it is very fragile. It is another painted pony model. Let's see what it says. It is called Silver Lining, and it is, I guess, a limited edition of some sort. It says 7,319, I believe, on there. And as you can see, it's a painted pony model, but it's got a pair of beautiful giant gray sparkly wings. It's actually got a lot of glitter on those wings and also on the mane and tail. And its eyes also have little jewels on them. I don't know if my camera's going to want to focus well on those, but those are very cute. But I love those wings on that model. Look how pretty they are. Big, beautiful, gorgeous Pegasus wings. Those look so awesome. A very, very cool model. Alright, we're getting to the bottom here. There's actually just another little thing of mohair. This one's actually like a tan colored mohair. Down here is also more paintbrushes and glue to go with the mohair. And the last two things in here are really kind of just one thing. One of these things is just the backing of one of the Breyer Classic Scale Mustang boxes. I just saw this particular backdrop was so pretty that I wanted to kind of hold on to it for now. And then we have an adorable holiday set. This is called Holiday Sleigh. And this set seems to contain a little adorable holiday stablemate model, plus a very cute sleigh that says Breyer Horse Trading Company, established in 1950. And for accessories, it includes a little driver for the sleigh and a nice little thing of packages, including a little drum at the bottom. And there's also a cute little tree in there as well. So that is a super adorable set. Oh my gosh. This is one of those things where it's like, do you keep it in the box or do you take it out? Because it does look adorable in the box. It would also look adorable taken out and set up in a nice little Christmas scene. So it is hard to decide on some of these models whether they look better in their boxes or taken out. Alright, so that is all the models in that particular box. So here is a little overview of all the models that were in that particular box. Alright, now on to box number 2. I'm kind of purposely saving the really exciting box for last, so make sure you stick around for that one because I know right away that there's some fun models in that one. Anyway, let's go into this one, which I'm not entirely sure what is in this one, but it seems like there are some classics here on top. Let's go ahead and unwrap those. Oh, this is a cute little guy. I don't actually know the name of this particular one, but it's like a little loping Western pleasure horse, and it is in a very nice shade of bay here. It's actually in pretty nice condition too. It has a few little marks here and there, but actually overall looks so pretty. I feel like you don't see Breyer use this classic mold too much, unless I'm wrong and I just haven't been paying attention. But I do feel like I don't see this one around very much, and it is very adorable. I actually quite like this one a lot. Here's another classic. This is from the Mesitano, or however you say it, Mustang series, and I am actually a big fan of this particular classic mold. It is possibly my favorite classic mold. I just think it is such a pretty Mustang mold. This particular guy definitely needs some cleaning up. He's got some like dirt and stuff on him, but I think he's actually going to look pretty nice once he gets cleaned up better. Here we have another classic on top here. This is a little quarter horse, which actually might go with another little quarter horse Marine Love classic I opened up in part 2, I believe. I am really liking some of these older classic molds quite a lot, and this one is just so cute and sweet looking, and overall pretty nice condition as well. This is another one that I think will look even better once I give it a nice bath. Now it looks like we're getting into some traditional scale models, so let's see what we have going on here. If you guys watched part 2, you already know that I mentioned that there's a few of this very particular stone model in this collection. And so here's yet another one. We already found 2 in the other unboxing video. This one has some really cool shading, it looks like, on it. I really like all the shading on these shoulders and the haunches and such. Love, love, love that decorator blue. So I'm going to have to get all of these different models together and line them up and see their different variations and such. I can already tell right away that it looks like they all have kind of variations in how their color looks and such. Now I have a hunch that this guy might also be the same model. It sure is looking like it. And what do you know? It is another one of these guys. This one's a little bit more dirty. He needs a nice bath. But so far we have found 4 of these guys in this collection. I definitely won't be keeping all of them. Maybe actually I'll do a giveaway for one of them at some point since there's so many of them. I think that would make kind of a fun giveaway item maybe. I see here a Breyer. This is a semi-rearing Mustang. This is a buckskin semi-rearing Mustang. I don't know if he has another name. I think he might. I will put that up on screen. But this one is a really, really nice condition one for his age. Oh my gosh, she is so pretty. I do believe I have a buckskin semi-rearing stallion in my collection already, but I think I'm going to swap it out with this one because this one is just so nice. And the one I already have is pretty beat up. And oh my gosh, I just can't get over how pretty this guy is. And look how nicely done his mane is. I like the little airbrushed, extended little streaks going on for the hair in his mane. That looks so cool. I love whichever person that worked on this model did that. I think it is such a nice touch. It also looks nice on this side as well. You can see a nice little extended airbrush flick there so that it's got these nice little herring kind of details going on. It's got a bit of a pink muzzle still. And wow, yeah, he's just such a nice condition model. It is always exciting when you can find vintage models in super nice condition instead of just the usual kind of played with condition through all the years. Alright, and I see quite a few more models down in here. Let's see what we got. Right on top is a Galatio. I actually don't remember how you pronounce the name of this one. But it is this cute little pony mold. I actually really like this mold. I think it is adorable. You might recognize this mold as one of the more recent releases on the Gangsters pony set. Let's see who this is. This is one of the Breyer Funfuls event mares. This is the Red Roan on the Wixa mold. And she is so pretty. Oh my goodness, look at that beautiful roaning on her. She's got a pretty light shade of roan on her, actually, I'd say, like especially on her barrel and such. It's a very, very light. Then she's got this awesome muscle shading going on her shoulders and her flanks. Very pretty girl. Oh my goodness. So there is that beautiful girl. I also love the little red ribbons in her tail. Let's see what other fun models await us here. This is actually an Indian pony, and she even has a little fly sheet on her. I think this is an older Breyer fly sheet as well, because it's got the older Breyer logo on it. Go ahead and take that off of her for now, so we can see more of her. Oh, and she is very lovely. She is this kind of nice chestnut, I guess she would be. She's got an interesting chestnut color to her. And is in pretty nice condition. She has a couple little marks, but overall looks wonderful. Now we have 3 models left in this box. This one I actually recognize right away. This is Europa, and I believe he is a limited edition of sorts. I'll again put the information on screen so you can know a little more about these models. This guy is painted specifically so that his markings kind of look like Europe. Personally, I have a hard time seeing it without looking at a map directly with this model, but that is the intended purpose of him, and that is why he's called Europa, because he is supposed to have markings that resemble the map of Europe. Now there's 2 more models left in this box, and they are actually kind of the same model, I believe. I think they have different markings on them though. This is another model where we saw another one of it in the part 2 of the collection unboxing. But these guys, I believe, have different war paint markings on them. Also, I'm sorry if my voice is cracking quite a bit in this video. The weather is super dry right now and my throat's been like crazy messed up lately. Alright, so yes, as I said, while these 2 models are technically the same ones, they are also technically not, because they have these awesome different war paint markings on them. This guy has some feathers on his tail and has this big long zigzag yellow marking from his face to his leg. And then he doesn't have anything else on the other side. Whereas this guy has a handprint on his haunches and 4 white stripes on his neck. And he also doesn't have any other markings on that side. What's also kind of cool is just seeing the variation in color on these guys as well. This one has like a little bit of a darker overall color to him. And then they also have just variations in their Appaloosa markings and their spots. Pretty fun and cool to see these guys side by side. And that actually empties that box. Here's an overview of the models that were all in that particular box. Alright everyone, last box for this video, and I think it's going to be a pretty fun one. Alright, here is the box open, and right on top we have a pretty awesome model. Now, I believe this is Red Rum on the Lonesome Glory mold. I at first thought it was a Fleet Alex, but I think it's Red Rum. I get some of the different Lonesome Glory models confused, but here is this beautiful model. He is absolutely lovely, a beautiful shade of bay, and just a model you don't really see too often. So it's really fun to find him in this collection. Now I kind of got some models laying on top of models here. Ooh, now look at this handsome fella. I'm not 100% sure which one this is actually off the top of my head, so I will put who this is on screen because I do not remember. I'm not super familiar with all the different releases on this mold, but he is so gorgeous. His coloring is so beautiful. Unfortunately, he does have some shiny marks, but it may be possible to fix those a bit. Whether or not they can be fixed, I don't even care. This model is just so pretty. I am absolutely obsessed with his color. Look at his beautiful mane. It is just beautifully done. I love just that beautiful shade of kind of livery chestnut and that beautiful flaxen mane and tail. Look at all those nice highlights on him as well. So pretty. I'm definitely going to be keeping this guy because I just absolutely love him. He is so, so gorgeous. Now, I do also have stablemates here, which I actually don't know what stablemates these are because these were how Judy had wrapped these stablemates up, and I just did not have time when I was getting this collection to unwrap and look at all of them. So I ended up just taking all of them, and we're just going to have to find out what these all are. But I really think I am going to save these for a different video, just because the particular lens I'm using doesn't really do super great close-ups of these models. There are a couple more here as well. There's one, and I believe there's a couple more here. There we go, 2 more as well, so there's 5 so far. I guess while we are on the topic of stablemates, I do see one here that is not completely wrapped up in a mystery, so we'll go ahead and open this one. So I will show you guys any ones that aren't a complete mystery, I guess. And this is a little custom, and it is kind of like a faux OF custom actually, because it's got the white bare plastic for the white markings. And it's so pretty. Unfortunately, I don't think I see an artist name anywhere on here, but it is a gorgeous little decorator custom. I honestly just love it. It is so cute. I just love the little white markings and that beautiful shiny metallic blue going on. You see that? So shiny and pretty. One more little model for now before we go back into the big ones. This is a little Schleich horse. This is one of the older Schleich foals. Not the super duper old ones, but the ones from the early 2000s. And it is adorable. I do love the older Schleich horses a lot, and so I can never resist a cute little Schleich horse. Let's go ahead and grab this guy since he's kind of laying here. Oops, someone else is kind of attached to him. But this is another one of the Peruvian Paso models. This one I think might be like a collector's choice, possibly. I believe he was some kind of more regular run one. I don't think he was a special run or anything like that, but I'll again put the information on screen. This guy is really pretty as well. I love the crazy resist splattery dapples on him. He's got just a really nice contrast of a lighter white and really dark black going on. Lots of shading. Some actually really nicely painted eyes. They are actually tricolored. Really pretty brown, black, and white eyes. He is gorgeous. Let's see who this is. And I do not know this one's name, but I do recognize her for sure. She is a proud Arabian mare. And I believe she came out maybe late 90s, possibly early 2000s. And she's actually one I've been really wanting for a while because she was one of the kind of original models for Cinema Mew Mew's Conquering Tide. Pretty sure it was Conquering Tide. And ever since I saw this model from Conquering Tide stuff, I just loved her and thought she was so pretty. And I've just never gotten her for some reason. I just never came across her or just never purchased her when I did come across her. I don't know, but I'm really, really happy to be able to add her to my collection now. I think she is just so cute and pretty, and she is also pretty nice condition. She does have a shiny mark on her cheek, but I don't think I actually really see any other flaws with her. She is, oh my goodness, so gorgeous and pretty. Just this really pretty chestnut with a kind of light yellowy flaxen mane and tail. Oh my gosh, there's just so many models in here. It's overwhelming and exciting. Even though I technically already saw them all once already, this is just so fun to really get the chance to take the time and look at them all. Here is a polo pony, who I think this one actually is a special run model. I'm not entirely sure. Aha, it is. It says on his base, Breyer Fest 2008, so this one is a special run model. I do not recall his name off the top of my head, and I can't seem to figure out how to get him in his stand, but he's supposed to go like that in his stand. This is on the Polo Pony mold. This looks like a Grula color, and I really do like this guy actually. He's very pretty. That color on him is just really, really nice. He's got a nice little dorsal stripe down his back. His face is really nicely done. He's got some cute little black and white eyes. And then this marking on his face is adorable. And it's even got some pinking. Especially love that little spot of pink at the bottom there on his little chin. He is just super cool. I quite like this guy. He is one I'm definitely going to be keeping in my collection as well. I just think he is so fun and pretty. Oh my gosh, so many models, so little time. This guy is actually one we talked about in the last part as well. This is the other version of the little Appaloosa foals on the Action Stock Horse mold. Actually, is this one the same one or a different one? This one actually might be the same one as the one we already looked at. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think it is the same one. So this one is Monka Tonga or Big Medicine, and this one does actually have his little hang tag with him and shows the little war paint markings and what they mean. He's got the two little blue triangles on his shoulder, red arrow on his cheek, and a little yellow spot on his haunches. Let's see which mystery model is in this brown paper wrappings. Oh, this is actually a Peter Stone. This is on the Western Performance Horse mold. Ooh, this one is really nicely done. It does have a signature on the bottom. I believe that says Lindsay, something with an R. I'm terrible at reading cursive, by the way. It's done by Lindsay someone. I'll have to see if I can find out who that is. But he is like an original finished stone, like his coloring and his airbrushing and markings and stuff all look OF. So I'm not sure on this guy. I'll have to try and look him up later and find out more about him. He is a pretty chestnut. And he's got kind of an interesting finish on him because it's kind of a little shiny. Not quite metallic, but it's a little almost metallic on him. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, what an interesting guy. Now I'm going to grab up these two little horses here before they get lost. This guy's interesting. I don't actually know what he is. It says he is an ERTL, I think, on his belly. It's a little, I'm sorry, my camera's not going to want to focus on anything. But he is an interesting little plastic guy, kind of the same plastic as some older Schleichs and Safari models. And it does look like he's kind of beat up. I don't think these little black splotches are supposed to be on there. He's a funny looking little guy. I actually quite like him. He's cute. And then here is a little Schleich. This is the little Felabella Schleich model. So cute. Again, this is also one that is kind of from the early 2000s era. You guys are probably wondering who this is since he's been kind of laying in the frame for a while. This is Blue Note, who was a QVC, I believe, exclusive. It was either QVC or JCPenney, but I'm pretty sure it was QVC. He is a beautiful, glossy bay American saddlebred. And my goodness, look how pretty and glossy he is. And he's got some really pretty shading. He even has a dorsal stripe, actually, so I guess he's technically a dun. But he is a beautiful model. I do actually have a Blue Note already in my collection, so this one I probably won't be keeping, but he is a gorgeous model nonetheless. I just think this particular shade of bay and gloss just looks so, so pretty on this model. Still a lot more models to go in this box. And let's go ahead and see which one this one is. This is a Marabella. Now, I'm actually not 100% sure which one this particular one is. I will put her name on screen. She is beautiful, though. Oh my goodness, I love that she is kind of pearly and metallic. I know not everyone's a fan of when Breyer does these pearly metallic manes and tails and such, but I think they are just so pretty and shiny and really just makes them pop sometimes. So I'm really loving this girl. She is fantastic. Here is another Marabella. This one is from one of the treasure hunt events, the ones that had the adorable mares and foals together. So here we have just the mare, and I believe I do have this one already. I'm not entirely sure, actually. It's hard to remember sometimes. You know you have a problem when you can't always remember which models you do and don't already have in your collection. But what's kind of interesting on her is she's got kind of like this neat kind of black finish on her, like airbrushed on her. It's really weird. I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera, but it's very interesting, and I don't know if a lot of them have this or if this is kind of a weird, odd variation. She even has like a very light dorsal stripe on her back, actually. Regardless, she is very pretty. I do think this color, it looks very cute on this mold as well. Okay, now we're on to the bottom layer of the box, and it looks like there's a lot of fun goodies in here. Let's go ahead and grab whatever model this is on this side. Oh, this is actually a Breyer Belgian. Oh, I wonder, I don't know if this one is also a QVC special of some sort, or if he is something else, possibly a Breyerfest special run. I'm not really sure, but you will see the correct information on screen. Oh my goodness, he is a really pretty glossy Belgian guy, and even has kind of a dorsal stripe on his back. Very cool. He is very pretty. I'm not the hugest fan of this mold, but oh my gosh, the color and gloss on this model looks so nice. Oh my goodness. His face is also wonderful. Look at those beautiful tricolored eyes. And also the face marking on his face is very nicely done, and with that really pretty pink on the bottom. This guy is super cool looking. Alright, how about we go for whatever mystery model is in the brown paper here. And I see now who it is. It is a Breyer Buffalo. This one is really cool though, because he actually has this really nice contrast of a yellow color on top and then really dark brown and black on the bottom of him. I do have a regular brown Breyer Buffalo already, but I definitely do not have this guy. He is so cool. He also has a really neat touch that his muzzle is actually glossed, so he looks like he has a wet, glossy muzzle. His eyes also are glossed as well, so they kind of stand out from the rest of his face there. He's got two very cute horns, and just, oh my gosh, I love him. Next up here, we have a Peter Stone standing drafter. Now, I actually do not have any Peter Stone standing drafters in my collection already, so I kind of have a feeling I'm going to be keeping this guy because he is really cool. I love his interesting little short tail. That's super cute. I think his tail is normally like a little bob, possibly, but this particular one has an adorable little short tail. He also has a kind of a short, medium-length mane. And of course, look at that awesome pinto markings combined with those fun little bitty dapples all over him. Such a cool guy. Oh, he also has one ear turned forward and one ear turned back. I didn't even notice that till just now. Oh, and his face. Look how cool his face is. Look at his beautiful eyes and that muzzle. His muzzle actually does have a little bit of gloss on the nostrils. That is a super cool touch. Love the markings on his face and his muzzle. They look so cool. He is so pretty. Getting towards the end now, but still looks like some fun models left to see here. We have another Peter Stone. This one is more of an unrealistic color though. This is a kind of splattered dappled gray model with those really cool splatters of white on him. I love that. It looks awesome. And what's also neat is all the nice dark points on him. It's got a nice black face and mane and tail and legs. His face is actually pretty cool. It's a little dusty. Oh my gosh, I do really like his face though. It's just kind of a solid black with some detailed eyes and a fun stripe on his forehead there. And he is also glossy, not super duper heavily glossed, but he is definitely a glossy model. Wow, what a fun guy. Now we're on to the last two models. Let's see who this is. Oh, this is actually Another Lonesome Glory. This one is a different bay. Maybe this one is a Fleet Alex. I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember if Red Rum or a Fleet Alex was the one that had markings or didn't have markings or what the deal is. But again, you guys will know already on screen. But oh my gosh, look how pretty he is. He is another beautiful bay. I should actually compare him with the other one and see what their color differences are. Okay, I'm sorry, this is not the best framing to compare these guys, but they do have some subtle differences in their color for sure. The one with no white markings on the bottom here kind of has more of a little bit of a semi-satiny finish compared to the other one. And just kind of a warmer shade, maybe I'd say, of this coloring, although it's a little hard to tell because this one is a tad dusty. But they have some interesting differences in their color for sure. Now on to the last model for the box. It's kind of a sad moment, but do not fret. There is so much more models to unbox later. This is another Peter Stone. This is a Peter Stone pony. This one's got a really interesting color to it. It's kind of a dappled gray, but like kind of a, whatever you call it when it's a dappled gray, that's not really gray and more of a brownish color. It's cute because it does have a little bitty heart kind of brand on its haunches. It's got some nice shading going on. I like the shading on the tail a lot. The face is really cute. Look how pretty that face is. I love the shading going on there and the pretty eyes and the pretty little snip on the nose. Such a very cute little pony. He is very adorable. Oh, and he also has a fun little touch of a little stripe down his hoof there. He has more stripes on the other side of the hoof. But these are actually done in gray instead of black, which is an interesting touch. You usually only see the black striping on the legs. So that's pretty cool. He's a fun, interesting little guy. And then that is it for the third and final box of this video. Okay, with my current setup, I can't really put all the models on this one little table thing together. But here is the first batch of models from that box. Lots of very pretty models in that box. Here are the rest of the models from that box, aside from the mystery stablemates, which I have decided I'm going to unbox in a different video so we can see them better with a different camera lens, and I'm also just too tired now to try and unbox these as well. But here are these other models from this box. Lots and lots of pretty models. Alright everyone, we've reached the part of the video where I ask you guys which model from this video is your favorite. Personally, I had a hard time deciding, and I decided to go ahead and go with the Peter Stone Standing Drafter. I just think he is so pretty. I just really like his color and his dapples, and especially his face. It's just so incredibly cute, I think. But it honestly was a hard choice. I'd say my second favorite was probably that kind of liver chestnut Peruvian Paso. I thought he was also super gorgeous. But you guys let me know in the comments what you think and which model was your favorite. If you want to see more of these parts, make sure you subscribe because there is a lot more to come. Thank you for watching, have an awesome day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone!